Today we are going to discuss some important ServSafe questions and answers that may come in the test. Which of the following practices is most effective in preventing the spread of viruses in a food service environment? A. Washing hands frequently and properly. B. Using gloves while handling raw meat. C. Keeping food at proper holding temperatures. D. Cleaning and sanitizing surfaces regularly. Correct answer, A. Washing hands frequently and properly is the most effective practice for preventing the spread of viruses in a food service environment. Viruses can be easily transmitted by contaminated hands, so proper hand washing helps to remove any virus particles that may be present. The other options, B, C, and D, are important food safety practices, but they primarily target bacteria and other pathogens rather than focusing specifically on preventing the spread of viruses. Which of the following types of food are most commonly linked with norovirus contamination? A. Raw meat and poultry. B. Fresh fruits and vegetables. C. Ready-to-eat and shellfish. D. Canned and processed foods. Correct answer, C. Ready-to-eat foods and shellfish are most commonly linked with norovirus contamination. Ready-to-eat foods, such as salads, sandwiches, and bakery items, can become contaminated if handled by an infected person who has not properly washed their hands. Shellfish, particularly oysters, can become contaminated by norovirus when they filter water containing the virus. The other options, A, B, and D, can be associated with other foodborne pathogens, but they are less commonly linked to norovirus contamination. According to the proper handwashing guidelines, how long should hands and arms be scrubbed once the soap has been applied? A. 5 seconds. B. 10 seconds. C. 15 seconds. D. 20 seconds. Correct answer, D. Once soap has been applied, hands and arms should be scrubbed for at least 20 seconds. This duration ensures that the soap has enough time to effectively remove dirt, grease, and potential pathogens from the skin's surface. Scrubbing for less than 20 seconds may not be sufficient to ensure proper hygiene and reduce the risk of spreading foodborne illnesses. Which of the following hand care practice can help prevent the spread of pathogens in a food service environment? A. Wearing jewelry on hands and wrists. B. Using hand sanitizers after hand washing. C. Keeping fingernails long and polished. D. Covering open wounds with a bandage and a glove. Correct answer, D. Covering open wounds with a bandage and a glove is an important hand care practice that can prevent the spread of pathogens in a food service environment. Open wounds, such as cuts or burns, can potentially harbor pathogens and contaminate food. By covering the wound with a bandage and wearing a glove, food handlers minimize the risk of spreading pathogens from the wound to the food they are handling. The other options, A, B, and C, are not recommended practices, as they can either hinder proper hand washing or increase the risk of contamination. In which of the following instances must food handlers change their gloves? A. As soon as they become dirty or torn. B. Before beginning a different task. C. After an interruption, such as taking a phone call. D. After handling raw meat, seafood, or poultry, and E. Before handling ready-to-eat food. F. All of the above. Correct answer, F. All of the above. Which of the following symptoms require a food handler to be excluded from the operation? A. Cough and sneezing. B. Vomiting and diarrhea. C. Headache and fatigue. D. Minor cuts and bruises. Correct answer, B. Food handlers should be excluded from the operation if they are experiencing vomiting and diarrhea. These symptoms can indicate the presence of a foodborne illness, such as norovirus or salmonella, which can easily spread to food and other surfaces if proper hygiene is not maintained. Excluding food handlers with these symptoms helps to minimize the risk of spreading pathogens and protects the health of customers and other staff members. The other symptoms listed, A, C, and D, may not necessarily indicate a foodborne illness and do not require exclusion unless they are accompanied by other symptoms related to a foodborne illness. Which of the following components are considered correct work attire for food handlers in a food service environment? A. Clean hair restraint. B. Clean clothing. C. A plain band ring. D. All of the above. Correct answer, D. All of the above. Which of the following requirements must a supplier meet to be considered an approved food supplier in a food service operation? A. Compliance with local, state, and federal regulations. B. Good manufacturing practices, GMPs, and HACCP program implementation. C. Regular inspections by a recognized food safety authority. D. Proper storage and transportation conditions for food products. E. All of the above. Correct answer, E. A supplier must meet the following requirements to be considered an approved food supplier. A. Compliance with local, state, and federal regulations. Approved suppliers must adhere to all applicable food safety regulations and guidelines, ensuring that their products are safe for consumption. B. Good manufacturing practices, GMPs, and HACCP program implementation. Suppliers should follow GMPs and have a hazard analysis and critical control points, HACCP, program in place to minimize food safety risks and ensure the production of safe food products. C. Regular inspections by a recognized food safety authority. Approved suppliers should be subject to inspections by a recognized food safety authority, such as the FDA or a local health department, to verify their compliance with food safety standards. D. Proper storage and transportation conditions for food products. Suppliers must ensure that food products are stored and transported under appropriate conditions, example, temperature, humidity, to maintain food safety and quality. How long can in-house prepared chicken salad, held at 41F, 5C, or lower, be stored in a food service operation? A. 3 days. B. 5 days. C. 7 days. D. 10 days. Correct answer, C. In-house prepared chicken salad, when held at a temperature of 41F, 5C, or lower, can be stored safely for up to 7 days. This timeframe is based on food safety guidelines that recommend a maximum of 7 days for storing ready-to-eat, potentially hazardous foods, including prepared salads containing time/temperature control for safety, TCS, ingredients like chicken. The 7-day period begins on the day the food is prepared or opened, which is counted as day 1. What are the temperature requirements for receiving shell eggs in a food service operation? A. 32° Fahrenheit or below. B. 41° Fahrenheit or below. C. 45° Fahrenheit or below. D. 50° Fahrenheit or below. Correct answer, C. Shell eggs should be received at an air temperature of 45° Fahrenheit or below in a food service operation. This temperature requirement ensures that the eggs are maintained at a safe temperature, minimizing the growth of harmful bacteria like salmonella. After receiving, eggs should be stored in a refrigerated unit to maintain proper temperature and ensure safety and quality. A food handler is prepping a pot of chili on May 1st using sausage and ground beef. The sausage has a use-by date of May 10th, and the ground beef has a use-by date of May 6th. What should the use-by date of the chili be? A. May 6th. B. May 7th. C. May 8th. D. May 10th. Correct answer, A. The use-by date of the chili should be May 6th, as it is the earliest use-by date of the ingredients used in the chili. When combining ingredients with different use-by dates, the the prepared dish should always take on the earliest use-by date of the ingredients to ensure food safety and prevent spoilage. In what order should duck, ground beef, salmon, and strawberries be stored in the same cooler from top to bottom? A. Strawberries, salmon, ground beef, duck. B. Salmon, duck, strawberries, ground beef. C. Duck, ground beef, salmon, strawberries. D. Strawberries, duck, ground beef, salmon. Correct answer, A. Explanation: the correct order for storing duck, ground beef, salmon, and strawberries in the same cooler from top to bottom is: first, strawberries, ready-to-eat food. Second, salmon, seafood. Third, ground beef, ground meat. Fourth, duck, whole or ground poultry. This storage order is based on the principle of storing food items according to their minimum internal cooking temperatures, from lowest to highest, to prevent cross-contamination. Ready-to-eat foods, such as fruits, should be stored on the top shelf to prevent contamination from raw meats. Seafood, ground meat, and poultry should be stored in the order of their increasing required minimum internal cooking temperatures. What are the 4 acceptable methods for thawing TCS food? Select any 4. A. In the refrigerator. B. Under running water. C. In a microwave oven. D. As part of the cooking process. E. At room temperature. Correct answers: A, B, C, D. Meat cooked in a microwave oven must be heated to what minimum internal temperature? A. 145 degrees Fahrenheit. B. 155 degrees Fahrenheit. C. 165 degrees Fahrenheit. D. 175 degrees Fahrenheit. Correct answer: C. Explanation: meat cooked in a microwave oven must be heated to a minimum internal temperature of 165 degrees Fahrenheit. This higher temperature requirement is specific to microwave cooking, as microwave ovens can heat food unevenly, creating potential cold spots where harmful bacteria could survive. By reaching a temperature of 165 degrees Fahrenheit, any potential pathogens are destroyed, ensuring the meat is safe to consume. Additionally, it is recommended to let the meat stand for at least 2 minutes after cooking in a microwave oven to allow the heat to distribute evenly throughout the food. What are the time and temperature requirements for reheating beef stew that will be held for service? A. Reheat to 135 degrees Fahrenheit within 2 hours. B. Reheat to 145 degrees Fahrenheit within 2 hours. C. Reheat to 165 degrees Fahrenheit within 2 hours. D. Reheat to 175 degrees Fahrenheit within 2 hours. Correct answer: C. The food must be reheated to 165 degrees Fahrenheit for at least 15 seconds within a 2-hour time frame. This ensures that any potential pathogens present in the food are destroyed, making it safe for consumption. Once the proper temperature has been reached, the food can be held at 135 degrees Fahrenheit or higher for service. What are the 7 hazard analysis and critical control points principles? A. Conduct a hazard analysis. B. Identify critical control points, CCPs. C. Establish critical limits. D. Establish monitoring procedures. E. Establish corrective actions. F. Establish verification procedures. G. Establish record-keeping and documentation procedures. H. All of the above. Correct answers: all of the above. The 7 HACCP principles are a systematic approach to ensuring food safety by identifying and controlling potential hazards throughout the entire food production process. These principles are: A. Conduct a hazard analysis, identify and assess potential biological, chemical, and physical hazards that could occur at each step of the food production process. B. Identify critical control points. CCPs determine the points in the process where hazards can be controlled or eliminated. C. Establish critical limits. Set acceptable limits for each CCP to ensure that hazards are effectively controlled. D. Establish monitoring procedures. Develop a plan to monitor the CCPs and ensure critical limits are consistently met. E. Establish corrective actions. Outline the steps that must be taken when monitoring indicates a deviation from the established critical limits. F. Establish verification procedures. Verify that the HACCP system is working effectively and that hazards are being controlled as intended. G. Establish record-keeping and documentation procedures. Maintain accurate records of the HACCP system, including hazard analysis, CCPs, monitoring, corrective actions, and verification activities. What are the necessary items in a hand-washing station? A. Hot and cold running water. B. Soap. C. Air dryer or disposable paper towels. D. Trash receptacle. E. Hand-washing sign. F. All of the above. Answer: all of the above. A hand-washing station must include a. Hot or cold running water, ensures effective hand-washing at a comfortable temperature. B. Soap, removes dirt, grease, and pathogens from hands. C. Air dryer or paper towels, dries hands to prevent pathogen transfer. D. Trash receptacle, allows proper disposal of used paper towels. E. Hand-washing sign, reminds employees to wash hands and follow proper procedures. What 5 factors influence the effectiveness of a sanitizer? A. Concentration. B. Temperature. C. Contact time. D. pH. E. Water hardness. F. All of the above. Answer: all of the above. The effectiveness of a sanitizer can be influenced by the following 5 factors. A. Concentration. The proper concentration of the sanitizer ensures optimal effectiveness in killing pathogens without being too strong or too weak. B. Temperature. The temperature of the water and the sanitizing solution impacts the sanitizer's effectiveness. Higher temperatures typically improve the sanitizer's ability to kill pathogens. C. Contact time. The amount of time the sanitizer is in contact with the surface affects its ability to eliminate pathogens. Insufficient contact time may not allow for complete elimination of pathogens. D. pH. The pH of the sanitizing solution can impact its effectiveness. Most sanitizers work best within a specific pH range. E. Water hardness. The presence of minerals in the water used to prepare the sanitizing solution can impact the sanitizer's effectiveness. Hard water may require adjustments in sanitizer concentration or the use of a water softener. What is the main purpose of a vacuum breaker? A. Prevent backflow of contaminated water. B. Regulate water pressure in pipes. C. Remove air from water lines. D. Facilitate water flow in plumbing systems. Correct answer: A. The main purpose of a vacuum breaker is to prevent backflow of contaminated water into the potable water supply. A vacuum breaker is a type of backflow prevention device that ensures water flows in only one direction. By preventing the backflow of contaminated water, a vacuum breaker helps to protect the quality and safety of the potable water supply in a food service operation. What is the difference between cleaning and sanitizing? A. Cleaning removes visible dirt, while sanitizing kills pathogens. B. Cleaning kills pathogens, while sanitizing removes visible dirt. C. Cleaning involves water and detergent, while sanitizing involves heat treatment. D. Cleaning involves heat treatment, while sanitizing involves water and detergent. Correct answer: A. Cleaning removes visible dirt, debris, and grease from surfaces using water, detergent, and physical scrubbing. This process eliminates food particles and other organic matter that can provide a breeding ground for pathogens but does not necessarily kill them. Sanitizing, on the other hand, reduces the number of pathogens on a surface to a safe level using heat or chemicals. This process helps ensure that surfaces are safe for food preparation and minimizes the risk of foodborne illness. Both cleaning and sanitizing are essential components of maintaining a safe and hygienic food service operation. Where should cleaning tools and chemicals be stored in an operation? A. In a designated storage area separate from food and food contact surfaces. B. Next to the handwashing station for easy access. C. On shelves above food preparation areas. D. In the walk-in refrigerator to prevent chemical degradation. Correct answer, A. Cleaning tools and chemicals should be stored in a designated storage area separate from food and food contact surfaces. This prevents cross-contamination and ensures that chemicals do not accidentally come into contact with food or utensils used in food preparation. The storage area should be well ventilated, and cleaning chemicals should be properly labeled and stored according to the manufacturer's recommendations. Cooking ground beef at 155 degrees Fahrenheit for 15 seconds is an example of which HACCP principle? A. Conduct a hazard analysis. B. Identify critical control points, CCPs. C. Establish critical limits. D. Establish monitoring procedures. E. Establish corrective actions. F. Establish verification procedures. G. Establish record-keeping and documentation procedures. Correct answer, C. Cooking ground beef at 155 degrees Fahrenheit for 15 seconds is an example of the HACCP principle. Establish critical limits. Critical limits are specific, measurable criteria that must be met to ensure that a critical control point, CCP, effectively controls a potential hazard. In this case, the critical limit is the minimum internal temperature and the required cooking time to ensure that any potential pathogens in the ground beef are destroyed, making the food safe for consumption. Name an activity performed by an operation that requires a variance from the regulatory authority. A. Smoking food as a method of preservation. B. Washing hands before food handling. C. Cooking ground beef to the proper internal temperature. D. Storing food at the proper temperatures. Correct answer, A. Smoking food as a method of preservation requires a variance from the regulatory authority. A variance is a documented, written approval from the regulatory authority that allows a food service operation to deviate from established food safety regulations. The variance is granted when an operation can demonstrate that it has a safe alternative procedure in place to ensure food safety. Other activities that may require a variance include curing food, using food additives, using reduced oxygen packaging methods, or custom processing animals for personal consumption. What term describes a point in the flow of food where identified hazards can be prevented, eliminated, or reduced to safe levels? A. Critical control point, CCP. B. Critical limit. C. Hazard analysis. D. Verification procedure. Correct answer, A. A critical control point, CCP, is a term used to describe a point in the flow of food where identified hazards can be prevented, eliminated, or reduced to safe levels. CCPs are essential components of a HACCP plan, which is a systematic approach to ensuring food safety by identifying and controlling potential hazards throughout the entire food production process. By carefully monitoring and managing CCPs, food service operations can minimize the risk of foodborne illnesses and ensure food safety. What are the common risk factors for foodborne illness that can be addressed by active managerial control of foodborne illness? A. Purchasing food from unsafe sources. B. Failing to cook food adequately. C. Holding food at incorrect temperatures. D. Using contaminated equipment. E. Practicing poor personal hygiene. F. All of the above. Correct answers, F. All of the above. What should be done with the potato salad within 6 hours? A. Sell or serve the potato salad. B. Throw out the potato salad. C. Refrigerate the potato salad. D. Check the temperature of the potato salad. Correct answer, A and B. If potato salad is held at a temperature of 41 degrees Fahrenheit or higher, it should be sold, served, or thrown out within 6 hours. This is because foodborne pathogens can multiply rapidly in the temperature danger zone, which is between 41 degrees Fahrenheit and 135 degrees Fahrenheit. Selling or serving the potato salad within 6 hours helps minimize the risk of foodborne illness. If the potato salad has not been consumed within this time frame, it should be discarded to ensure food safety. Name 2 alternatives for avoiding bare-hand contact with ready-to-eat food. A. Using gloves. B. Washing hands frequently. C. Using utensils like tongs or spatulas. D. Storing food in airtight containers. Correct answers, A, C. To avoid bare-hand contact with ready-to-eat food and minimize the risk of foodborne illness, food handlers can use the following alternatives. A. Using gloves. Disposable gloves can be used to handle ready-to-eat food, ensuring that hands do not come into direct contact with the food. Gloves should be changed when they become soiled, torn, or between tasks to prevent cross-contamination. C. Using utensils like tongs or spatulas. Utensils such as tongs, spatulas, or deli tissue can be used to handle ready-to-eat food, preventing direct contact with hands and reducing the risk of contamination. Utensils should be cleaned and sanitized regularly and between uses with different types of food. Which of the following ways can help prevent customers from contaminating self-service areas? A. Install sneeze guards. B. Label food items. C. Monitor guests. D. Place food in display cases or package it in a way that protects it from contamination. E. All of the above. Correct answers, E. All of the above. What are the 2 biggest hazards to food when serving it off-site? A. Maintaining proper temperature control. B. Ensuring adequate hand-washing facilities. C. Preventing cross-contamination. D. Exposure to environmental contaminants. Correct answers, A, C. Explanation: the 2 biggest hazards to food when serving it off-site are A. Maintaining proper temperature control. When food is served off-site, it can be challenging to maintain the proper hot or cold holding temperatures, which are crucial for preventing the growth of foodborne pathogens. Ensuring that hot food is held at or above 135 degrees Fahrenheit and cold food is held at or below 41 degrees Fahrenheit is essential for maintaining food safety. C. Preventing cross-contamination. Off-site events often have limited workspace, which can increase the risk of cross-contamination between raw and cooked foods or between different types of food. Careful planning and organization, as well as using separate utensils and surfaces for different foods, can help prevent cross-contamination and ensure food safety. What should be the internal temperature for holding hot TCS food? A. 41 degrees Fahrenheit or lower. B. 135 degrees Fahrenheit or higher. C. 145 degrees Fahrenheit or higher. D. 165 degrees Fahrenheit or higher. Correct answer, B. What are the time and temperature requirements for cooling TCS food? We are not going to display any option, because you have to remember the process. First, cool the food from 135 degrees Fahrenheit to 70 degrees Fahrenheit within 2 hours. This initial rapid cooling step helps to quickly move the food through the temperature danger zone, 41 degrees Fahrenheit to 135 degrees Fahrenheit, where pathogens can grow rapidly. After the first step, cool the food from 70 degrees Fahrenheit to 41 degrees Fahrenheit or lower within an additional 4 hours. This ensures that the food reaches a safe cold holding temperature, which prevents further growth of harmful pathogens. What are the required minimum internal cooking temperatures for beef roasts? A. 145 degrees Fahrenheit for 3 minutes. B. 145 degrees Fahrenheit for 4 minutes. C. 155 degrees Fahrenheit for 1 minute. D. 165 degrees Fahrenheit for 1 minute. Correct answer, B. The required minimum internal cooking temperature for beef roasts is 145 degrees Fahrenheit for 4 minutes. You should also note the required minimum internal cooking temperature for stuffed pork chops, 165 degrees Fahrenheit for 15 seconds. And shell eggs for immediate service, 145 degrees Fahrenheit for 15 seconds. To be continued, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel for more videos.